Once upon a time, a small silver cloud lived in a warm land. It was unlike other clouds. All the clouds loved to swim quickly, change shape, play with the wind, and this cloud loved silence. Every evening, she would stop over a small valley and whisper softly, "Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." And from her whisper, the grass swayed gently, the flowers covered their petals, and the birds hid their beaks under their wings. In this valley stood a small house with a blue roof. In the hut lived a boy named Leova. He couldn't always fall asleep quickly. Thoughts raced in his head like swift rabbits. And so, one evening, Leova looked out the window and saw a silver cloud. She wasn't in a hurry. She drifted quietly across the sky. "How can you be so calm?" whispered Leova. The clouds heard him. After all, the clouds hear the quiet evening thoughts. She lowered herself a little lower and said softly, "I'm just not in a hurry. The night comes by itself. Sleep comes by itself. Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." Leva repeated after her, "Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." And suddenly, he felt a little better. Clouds smiled and decided to help the boy fall asleep. She called her friend Little Moonbeam. The ray was warm and soft. It didn't shine brightly. It shone so that it was pleasant to the eyes. Ray peered through the window and gently touched the pillow. The pillow became softer. The blanket became warmer. The room became quieter. "Now close your eyes," Cloud whispered. "Imagine that you are swimming with me." Leva closed his eyes, and suddenly he found himself in a soft, cloudy sea. It wasn't cold or wet. It was fluffy. It swayed slightly. The clouds floated nearby. "No one is in a hurry here," she said. "There are only slow dreams here." They were floating over the forest. The forest was already asleep. The trees rustled softly in their sleep, very, very quiet. "Do you hear?" Clouds asked. "I hear," whispered Leva. "It's the dream that comes to the forest, and now it's coming to you." And they sailed on. Above the river, over the hills, above the warm roofs of houses, someone was already asleep in every house. "Everyone's resting," Cloud said, "and you can rest." Lev felt so calm that he stopped thinking about his fast bunny thoughts. Clouds repeated softly, "Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." And the wind became quieter, and the stars became softer, and even the moonbeam slowed down its radiance. But suddenly, Leva asked, "Don't you ever get tired?" "I rest with those I help," Cloud replied. When someone falls asleep, I become even softer." And she really got bigger and fluffier. They swam up to a large mountain. There was an old stone sentry at the top of the mountain. It was a tall stone that had been looking at the world for many years. "Good night," said the clouds. "Good, quiet night," the stone sentry replied. "Does he never sleep?" Leva asked. "He's napping," Cloud smiled. "Even the stones are asleep." Leva was surprised. "And the river is asleep, and grass, and at home, and even the wind." They began to swim slower, even slower. The cloudy sea was now rocking like a cradle. "Breathe slowly," Cloud said. "Inhale and exhale." Leva took a deep breath and exhaled. Inhale and exhale. With each breath, the cloud became softer. "Imagine that your hands have become heavy and warm," Cloud whispered, and the hands became warm. "Imagine that the legs are resting, and the legs stopped moving. Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." They swam up to the starry glade. There, small stars lay directly on the clouds and twinkled softly. One star flew up to Leva. "I will guard your sleep," she said. "And me," Moonbeam said. "And me," the clouds whispered. Leva smiled in his sleep. Now the clouds began to slowly descend. A house with a blue roof appeared below. The bed got closer. The pillow was waiting. The blanket was warm. Clouds carefully laid Leva back in his room. A ray of light lay next to a soft light. The stars settled down by the window. "Now you know how to swim slowly," said the clouds. "Yes," whispered Leva. "Then every evening just remember, everything is calm, everything is fine. It's time to rest." Leva could barely hear the words anymore. He was breathing softly, exactly, calmly. The clouds rose back into the sky, but before she disappeared among the other clouds, she whispered, "Sleep always comes to those who wait for it calmly." The night deepened, quiet, softer, and in a small house with a blue roof, Leva's boy was fast asleep. His breathing was steady. His face was calm. He dreamed of soft clouds, and high in the sky, the silvery clouds slowly drifted on, and she repeated it again. "Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest." And if one evening you look out the window and see a soft silver cloud, know that it is also whispering, "Everything is calm. Everything is fine. It's time to rest. And sleep will surely come."